Hello, and welcome to Your Worst Nightmare, another RPG actual play podcast. Solotude, a journaling RPG podcast, is just me in a room, not to brag, with a journal, a solo RPG, and some damn good coffee. I play to see what happens in the story, write in my fictional journal, and you get to hang out next to me by the fire. My name's Auri, welcome. I hope you enjoy our time together. This episode is a dramatic journal entry reading for the prompts we got to in the previous episode. Some things might have changed a little bit from the decisions made in the episode, since I've had a bit of time to collect my thoughts and write stuff down. This is Solotude.
We do what in the shadows?
Prompt 28. Cartesian Love. September 1676. I can't believe my own mind. My thinking faculties have left me to bleed dry on the battlefield known as Friends with Benefits Beach. I've broken the number one rule of the undead. Well, actually, no, I haven't. That's don't talk about the undead. Oh, then I guess I have. Rather, what I meant to say is I've broken the number 2 rule of the undead. I fell in love with a philosopher. He found a way to defy the rules of the universe, a fate we two share, by the way. He's both the man who exists and the man who exists isn't. Descartes the unbeing. And by the way, he is unnatural at casketball. His athletic capabilities are non-existent, but this man is 45 kilograms of pure brain matter. The strategies his mind is able to come up with fill me with awe. He often brags that his brain matter leaks into his mouth a little bit every time he jumps. What a silly show-off. I realize this is never going to be a relationship of any proper manner. The high heavens forbid it. No matter how the bowels of hell leave the gates to the garden of earthly delights unlocked. Every day I teach him some casketball, for he has a metaphysical fascination towards the spirit realm. After the workout, we do a quick bit of maths. That's more for him than for me, but it makes him happy. He's the one who usually initiates. He has a spontaneous desire for mathematics, while I'm more of a reactionary type. This morning, Renee tried to make me pancakes. He spent 45 minutes doubting the veritability of the recipe, so ultimately no cakes got panned. I find it adorable how he's so decidedly unsure. The only thing he's sure about is his own uncertainty. I suppose conflicting thoughts make a man interesting, though. I don't think I'd like to spend my time with anyone who thought they knew everything. Or even thought they knew what they knew. He hides behind a serious facade, but deep down he's just a guy who wants to love and to be loved. He doesn't know this yet, but I do. I'm not sure he can ever love me. Not really. I am the very thing he's sworn to destroy. But at the same time, he really enjoys spending nights with me, where we take turns destroying each other. I am happy he's here. Right now, as I'm writing this entry, he's doing some solo maths for fun. He's calculating the ideal trajectory for a holy ball to travel over the net. He even invented a new mathematical tool for this job. He calls it something super nerdy like coordinates. It's just doodling, honey. You're doodling. Caretaker Garibaldi is here in Paris with us. He's an interesting one. He was raised well. His sole purpose is to serve and take care of me. I don't know why I was so scared of going to the caverns of Clan Garibaldi. This officially rules. At times, though, I see him glancing towards me. Suddenly a different look in his eyes sends a shiver down my spine. I know it's really him looking. The original. Then, as quickly as it came about, it's gone. I do not like it, but for now I have to tolerate it. I still needed a fourth player for my team, so I had caretaker Garibaldi draw up an ad for a strapping young man or woman interested in a fun time involving balls. Experience with organized religion considered an advantage. One person showed up. Bob. He's fine. Absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with him, that's for sure. 100% fine. So obviously he made the team. We are ready for the tournament whenever it comes. Speaking of which, I've just received news that the Pope, Clement X, is sick. And not in a good job shredding on the half-pipe bro way, but more in the with a neck that bloated you have about a week to live way. I feel something stir in the shadows. An evil in the shape of a man. An evil man. A man of evil. But then Renee pops into existence. We do a little bit of multiplying together, and things feel fine. Alf Loki Skeletonson, 122 years old. Prompt 36. Papal Kombat. December 1676. Pope Clement X is dead. Long live Pope Gluteus Maximus I. I was announced dead after the fated Holy Ball tournament. My dear Renee has gone to consult the Philosopher's Symposium in Athens. Bob had a thing on Saturday, so he went his own way, which was fine. I fled the mainland to the island of Corsica, where I found an abandoned Ottoman tower on the western coast, near the city of Ajaccio. I remember hearing a rumor that popes can't get on boats. Something about St. Peter still being mad about the fish bit Jesus did way back in the day. I could be wrong, though. But at least the distance will give me some time to recover from our defeat at Papal Kombat. I'm here with caretaker Garibaldi, and he truly lives up to his name. He takes good care of me. He is quite lacking in the conversational arts. He's dull, ugly, and blunt, but he has a good heart, though riddled with worms. Still the man tries his best. Easily once a week. This is the dusk of a new era. A dark and treacherous time is upon us. I have already heard the first notes in the prelude of darkness. Soon it shall deafen us all. Creatures of the night have become free to realize their violent tendencies. There's a new wave of young violent vampires, stupid sexy werewolves, and a possible influx of freshly created invisible men. Who can say? I am powerless to stop it. No, do not fall again into the black void of despair. I must recount the events of Papal Kombat in as much detail as I can muster. The world has to learn the truth. I am Saint Alphus, the patron saint of sportsmen after all, a posthumous honor granted to me by the new Pope. He thinks I have gone down the river Styx to my spirit's rest. Ha! My soul made that journey 100 years ago, but my mind will never step foot in any boat heading down. And up is not a direction available to me anymore. And even so, I am made saint. As the patron saint of all sporters, I owe it to my followers to recount the truth, lest it be forever buried under the opaque shroud of time. About 3 months ago, once news arrived to Paris of the Pope getting syphilis, we packed our bags and left. Top 3 ways for popehood to end, by the way, are syphilis, murder, and surprisingly syphilis again. Number 4 is murder by syphilis, but that one is darn difficult to prove. Our team travelled to Vatican City in a horse-drawn carriage. It was a long and trying journey of almost 2 months. Renee got bored quickly and spent most of the journey in a state of non-existence. Caretaker Garibaldi was out there helping the horse draw the carriage. So I got to know Bob pretty well by the end. Did you know that Bob is exactly the average height for a man? He sports the most common haircut for men his age, overgrown buzz cut. He exudes some real NPC energy. Oh, that's Parisian slang for nothing particularly crazy energy. He knew 10 songs, 5 jokes, and 1 sexual position. A perfectly standard human man. When we arrived in Vatican City, the Pope had just been given a good healthy dose of medicine. I always say, if praying doesn't work, you can always try mercury. The fact that it has never worked before hasn't deterred people from praying, so why the fuck wouldn't munching on some mercury work this time? I'm sorry, this isn't something a saint should say. But it turns out the syphilis got the best of him. Perhaps the mercury was given too late. Or he prayed and he just didn't believe hard enough. In any case, we arrived right in the bob of time. The underground church was easy enough to find. We found a women's lavatory in St. Peter's Basilica. Now why on earth would that be there? Women wouldn't be allowed in here for hundreds of years. I found holy ball inscriptions on the urinal of the women's room. It was the verse of the holy baller. A short poem/prayer every baller knows. I recited it thusly. I do not spike with my hand. I spike with my fury. I do not toss with my eye. I toss with my anger. I do not win with my skill. I win when I kill. The stone urinal started to shift and revealed a staircase to some manner of chamber of secrets. I have to say, I find it difficult now to understand how the church sees holy ball as any kind of holy pastime. The poem is menacing as fuck. They really think they are the good guys when they spout shit like this while slithering down to their toilet church fight club? Jesus! Sorry, I know sainthood and all, but Jesus fucking Christ! The underground church was the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life, including me. The architecture was ancient, but refined. Even caretaker Garibaldi nodded in approval at the sheer amount of caretaking that maintaining all this stuff requires. On the inside of the massive church lay 2 holy ball courts side by side, with a third, holiest court of all, sitting where the altar would normally be. This is where popes are made. They are not made in years of service to the church or research into the roots of the religion. No, they are made with blood and sweat, with balls in hand. We had a quick team meeting about our team name. We wanted to be intimidating, so we went with Bob's suggestion. The how do you do, boys? Then I heard a voice, like ominous protein-infused chocolate.
We are the bastards from hell. Young Guido, nice to see you made it. Your team looks like a great fit for you.
Then he snickered in German for a while. But truthfully, his team looked strong. I shook hands with Giuseppe the Giant and winced when I felt the spark I once held in my own reside so comfortably in his hand. Then there was another player dressed in dark blue cloth. Only his eyes were visible underneath a metal plate with an engraving of a ball, a bat, and a goal post. Father Weishnegger introduced him as a great assassin from the Far East, from the hidden village of seperate, an expert martial artist who specialized in sports-style fighting. He was apparently so fast in his movements the bastards from hell were not allowed a fourth player. The ninja warrior played for 2. Rumors had it he could actually play for 3. So during the games, in addition to playing 2 positions at the same time, he was also having espresso down the street. We played well. We defeated every team on our way to the finals, where the bastards from hell would surely await us. The teams we beat were the Sermon Masters, Chapel Chaps, Nuns with Guns, the Dudes of Revelations, Notorious Big G, the Wildcats, and the Bible-ettes. Strong teams all, but we prevailed. We made it into the final match. Our team was announced to the holy grounds of the Papal Court.
The man with the fiery hand, it's Alf Loki Skeletonson. The inbred fiend we all love to hate, Caretaker Garibaldi. The one whose kink is to think, it's the father of modern philosophy, René Descartes. And Bob.
The game begun with the referee cardinal shouting, "Papal Kombat!" and a very cool repeating melody played on an overdriven lute started playing. For some reason, the referee cardinal kept going through the list of participants during the song, but it seemed to fit the vibe. We were on fire. The others figuratively, me quite literally. I used my burning right hand with no reservation. I struck sharply, but softly. René blinked in and out of existence, and lo, he was able to match the speed of the mighty ninja warrior. Caretaker Garibaldi summoned Spirit of Old with ease, and Bob had a great time all throughout. But dear heavens, the anger, hatred, the violence, the bastards from hell displayed all of it in their game. It was like staring the devil down the eyes. Every spike an explosion, every block like an iron cage. Father Weishnegger's mastery of the game was complete. He played perfectly. After 6 hours of non-stop holyballing, we were tied for the last winning point. Our strategy worked perfectly. The spirits aided us. I was in position. Caretaker Garibaldi communed with 12 spirits. Bob helped in some way, probably. And I shot the final shot. high, as high as possible. The ball burst in flames like a sun in the underground sky, taking the net with it. The pure heat flowing from the flaming engulfed holy ball was peeling our skins off. The ball rushed down like a meteor about to strike. But then he was there. Weishnegger had such a tight 12-pack on his core, when he squeezed, he could levitate off the ground. He didn't do any fancy tricks, no secret techniques. He received the fireball of fate with pure strength and anger. He spiked. And we all knew it was over. A blinding flash of white flame, and the church started to crumble beneath our feet. The referee cardinal shouted, "Father Weishnegger wins! Fatality!" Then the bright white turned pitch black. I opened my eyes. I was outside. The sun was about to rise soon. Caretaker Garibaldi was holding me, dragging my body. He said,
Descartes didn't think. For all, everyone out. He went own way. Bob had errand. You and me go to safe.
I quickly came up with a plan to go overseas. The Pope can't get on ships, everybody knows that. Corsica, get me into a ship, a box, hide me. Take care of me, Garibaldi. Take care of me. And now we are here. There's a good amount of space in this stone tower, and I've been thinking of going to town soon to find some furniture and decorations. I hope Renee will be back soon. I hope that the Philosopher's Symposium isn't too harsh on him. We will lay low here for a while, even though all is lost. At the very least, I am not alone. Sleepless in Corsica. Alf Loki Skeletonson, also known as Saint Alphus, patron saint of sportsmen. 123 years old. Thanks for listening, folks. My name is Auri Itämäki and Solotude is my personal project. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can follow Solotude on Instagram at Solotude Show, and if you got something to say, drop a message, drop a comment. Also, please rate and review the show so people can find it a little bit easier. There's no budget or anything, it's just me playing a game on mic. So please tell somebody you think who might enjoy it. Would be awesome if more people found the show. Additional episode music and sound effects courtesy of Epidemicsound, theme song by me. Solotude drops every week. Every other week there's an actual play episode, and on the off weeks I'll do a proper journal reading with music, the whole shebang, like this one. Thanks again for listening. See you next week. Bye!